Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are into Lord of the Rings draft season here on the channel. This will be our second draft in with the general populace, fourth overall, if including early access drafts. We just had our first live stream of the draft of the season yesterday, if you don't include early access as well. It was a good time. And we're here to draft again. I mean, we're having a great time with Lord of the Rings draft. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I'm loving the flavor in this set. Still a little bit early to make calls as to which of these decks is necessarily the best, but I have some thoughts already you'll see as we go throughout the drafting process and the gameplay as well. So I know you want to get into pack one but before we do, a quick message from me. Thanks, me. If you appreciate the content here on the channel, why don't you go ahead and head over to the Daily Draft Patreon page where you can find ways to give back with some incredible benefits included. I pride myself in my Patreon being incredibly affordable, beginning at just one singular US dollar per month, which comes with lifetime access to the Daily Drafters Discord server. I mean, what's $1? And for just $3, you can get access to the Discord as well as early access to every single upload on the channel. You'll see them as soon as I'm done editing. I mean, who doesn't love a good binge? And the most expensive level of support is just $5 US. That's right, $5 is the highest level of support on my Patreon, and Patrons in this tier gain access to my expansive, exhaustive, and interactable tier lists, of which you can see a small sample of here. You get to see how I rate every single card in the set from A to F, whether or not the card has moved up or down since the last update, and you can hover over the card to see a clickable link that brings you straight to Scryfall. And I customize these tier lists for every single draftable archetype in the format. Looking to see how a card fits into blue-white as opposed to black-white? I got you covered. Again, all of these tiers are incredibly affordable, so go ahead and check them out. If a monetary donation isn't your speed, a subscription to the channel is always contribution enough. Thanks so much for your consideration. And here we are in Pack 1, Pick 1, and let's take a look at what we're dealing with. Alright, if we take a look at the commons here, I'm not seeing anything that necessarily stands out to me too much. Fog on the Barrow Downs, I mean, fine, maybe among the best commons here, but not really that great. East Farthing Farmer, fine in green-white. Enraged Horn, fine in green-white. Desperate Rescue's fine as well. There is a Gothmog here, which is a card I've really liked. 4 mana 3/3, amass 1 creature tokens you control have Death Touch. Golem, 2 mana 3/1, you can sacrifice another creature to bring it back to your hand, and it tempts you as well. And what does this one do? 4 mana, kind of draws you 2 cards if you build your hand right, and then creatures you control gain double strike, the ring tempts you. I don't think that's particularly great. I think I'm between Gothmog and Golem here. And I think I'll take Gothmog over Golem, although that could be wrong. That's an interesting pick there. But then we see Foray of Orcs, and now I'm excited about it because Black-Red is a deck I want to get into. I tried on our first draft on Wednesday to do it with an early Foray of Orcs as well, but it was cut out from underneath us. But this card is insane. 4 mana, amass 2. When you do, it deals X damage to target creature an opponent controls, where X is the amassed army's power. Already pretty good with Gothmog as well. 2 4-drops, not great, but I'll take Foray of Orcs all day, every day. Born Upon the Wind, no thanks, that's a miss. There's Easterling Vanguard, another Sam's Desperate Rescue, both of which could potentially wheel, but I doubt it. Lorien Revealed, great card, but I'm going to go ahead and take the best card here in Foray of Orcs. Okay, so, not going to take Display of Power, but there is a March from the Black Gate. Now, I am not particularly high on this card. However, I've not played with or against it, okay? And here's what I do earlier in the format here. Obviously, I like to win, but at the end of the day, I'm here for you guys. I get to draft a lot, and some of you don't. And I'm going to take the cards that we don't necessarily know whether are super good or super bad, and March from the Black Gate is one of those cards. I'm going to take it here, and I'm going to run it. And it's either going to be good or bad, and we're going to figure it out together. Because that's what I do. I am a man of the people. Maybe the Mordor Trebuchet wheels. The good old Trebucket. Could potentially play Quarrel's End or something, but wouldn't mind wheeling the Trebuchet. So let's go ahead and take March from the Black Gate. got a really good black-red amass deck going, and then all of a sudden, there's no black cards for us here. However, there is an improvised club, which goes very well with March from the Blackgate. Same thing with Gothmog, same thing with Foray. I mean, you sacrifice the creature, and then it deals 4 to any target. Gandalf's Sanction is, I think, pretty good in blue-red. I'm wondering if blue-red is open here with Sanction and then a bunch of blue cards. Black, like I mentioned before, I'll tell you my thoughts on the format. Black is the best color in the format by far. And there are no black cards left in this pack as of pick 4, which is kind of scary. So got to keep an eye out for that. Now there's Mordor Muster, which is really good in this kind of black-green or black-red deck. Old Man Willow, if you saw the draft on Wednesday, you saw how good this card is. And it is splashable. I just don't know how easily or how much a deck that's going to be pretty streamlined red-black, based on what we're doing so far, is going to want to splash. I do think this card is good, though. And in fact, it's great. But I'm going to take the Mordor Muster here to stay on brand. Stay in the red-black life here. Snarling Warg in our deck is going to be a 4-mana 4/4 menace, basically all the time. But there's also Swarming of Moria. This is a tough pick here. 3 mana, create a treasure, amass 2. We are looking for anything that says amass, and then kind of any way to sacrifice those creatures for value with improvised club and all this stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and take Swarming of Moria here. Black Breath, Breaking of the Fellowship. So Black Breath, 3 mana, creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. The ring tempts you. We're probably not going to be much of a ring tempting you kind of deck here. Breaking of the Fellowship. Target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another target creature that player controls. And the ring tempts you. I think I'll take this. I don't know how good this card is, though. Pretty late Lorien revealed here. Everything else doesn't really make me want to get off of black or red, so I'll just take the red card here. Lots of blue and green. Decent card in Ent's Fury. Pretty late Birthday Escape and Glorious Gale. Blue is looking to be relatively open, but Olagai Crusher is just a 4-mana 4/4 trample in our deck all of the time. I think I'm just going to keep going down our path here and just take Gimli's Fury as a combat trick that I'm probably not going to run. Yeah, same thing here. I would speculate on some decent blue cards, but these aren't decent blue cards because I think blue might be open. Okay, got a couple of red cards back here. I have one breaking already. I don't think I want a second one. I'll just take a Quarrel's End, and maybe we play it, maybe we don't. Same thing with breaking here. But with March from the Blackgate, we're probably looking to be relatively aggressive. See, look, all these blue cards, these are decent cards. Bewitching Leechcraft, Soothing of Smeagol, these are all fine. Surrounded by Orcs, let's take Cirith Ungol Patrol. It's an orc as well. All right, a second mark. I saw that before I saw Claim the Precious and Smite the Deathless. This is tough. I want all 3 of these pretty badly, and I think I'm going to take Smite the Deathless over Claim the Precious. If we knew that we cared about the ring a lot more than I think we're going to, I might take Claim the Precious. But 2 mana versus 3 mana, instant versus sorcery. I would love to wheel March from the Blackgate, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to take my first Smite the Deathless here. Ooh, I love me a Troll of Khazad-dûm. What's our curve looking like? Can we afford it? Probably. There's also Battlescarred Goblin. I think Barrowblade is fine. Scroll of Isildur is a very good card too. Very good tempo card if you're in like blue-black control. Barrowblade, I'd probably play it if it wheeled, to be honest. 1 mana, +1/+1, and equip 1. Whenever an equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked, that creature loses all abilities until end of turn, which is pretty good. Wouldn't mind wheeling a Battle-Scarred Goblin or the Barrow Blade here, but let's take the Troll. Alright, Sharky is a big nope. Grand the Gatebreaker. 4 mana, 5/5 trample. As long as it's your turn and you control an army, it is a creature. Well, we are hoping to have an army most of the time. Would love to wheel Orcish Medicine here. Don't think I would play Cast into the Fire. But let's take Grand. That seems just like right in line for this deck here. Perfect 2-drop with Easterling Vanguard. 2 mana, 2/1. When it dies, amass 1. Exactly what we're looking for. Quick Beam is a beating of a card. 4 mana, 5/6. When it or another Treefolk enters, it gives +2/+2 and trample to 2 creatures. Sauron's Ransom is kind of like a Fact or Fiction variant in a way. Battle-Scarred Goblin on the wheel wouldn't be bad. We're looking to be pretty aggressive with this deck here. The Trebuchet notably didn't wheel last time. Is it better or worse than a second improvised club? I think it's better. It's another card I don't know how good it's going to be, and I think this is one I'd like to try out for today. So I'm going to try it out, see how well it goes in this deck. Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever it or another human you control enters the battlefield, creatures get +1/+1. Oh, that you control. We're not really a humans deck. I wonder if that's better or worse than just a random Battle-Scarred Goblin here. We already have a good amount of 4-drops. Probably just want to take the Battle-Scarred Goblin, I think. If we were... This card is really, really good in Red-White Humans, but that's not where we're going today. Already have 2 Gimli's Furies, probably. Yeah, I don't even think we're playing that one. I'm not playing the Black Breath either, so... Pretty late Errand Rider. I really do like that card, but we're stuck into Black-Red today, so that's what we're taking. Barrow Blade. 4 mana, 4/3. I don't think we care about the ring that much in this deck. Rush the Room is a combat trick. That's fine. I'm going to take my... No, I'm going to take Rush the Room. Reason being is because if this Barrow Blade came around pick 8, there's going to be another one pick 9 that I think we might be able to get. He says as there's only blue and green cards in pick number 9. Okay. Battle-Scarred Goblin did wheel. Interesting that the other equipment didn't wheel, but that one basically did. Alright, late Lorien revealed here. I'll take Wizard's Rockets. Goes well with the club, I guess. Probably not playing it. Because I'm not splashing either. We're looking to be a pretty streamlined 16-land deck, more than likely. Notably, the March from the Black Gate didn't wheel either, so... Other people are on the fact that that's probably a pretty good card as well, but we needed our first Smite the Deathless in that first pack. Can't really regret taking that. Hello, green cards. Blue-green Scry. This could have been the draft to do it. I mean, we've seen a lot of cards for Blue-green Scry, which is, as I keep mentioning, a deck I really want to play, but have not found myself in 4 drafts yet, which is fine. We got time. We usually draft 20 or 30 times every set. We'll be fine. And a last pick Lorien revealed. Interesting. Okay. Also notable that the Orcish Medicine didn't even wheel out of the last pack, so we are definitely competing in Black-Red. But I think we'll take an Easterling Vanguard here. Another aggressive creature that amasses 1 when it dies. I think that's fine. Wouldn't mind wheeling Lash or Orcish Medicine. I think those are the only 2 I would probably play here. So I'll take the Easterling Vanguard. Ooh, lots of good cards here. I think it's going to be Dunland Crebain, but let me read this one again. 4 mana, 4/4 haste. Whenever 1 or more other attacking legendary creatures die, you get another combat. Gothmog. Grand. And that's it? Yeah, I think it's got to be Dunland Crebain over Gothmog number 2 as well. As much as I do like AMR, I think Dunland Crebain is exactly what this deck wants here. Lost Isle Calling. The blue-green Scry deck is watching itself go by here. What is the most likely that I play? A second Patrol or a first Morgul Knife Wound? Probably a first Morgul Knife Wound, but I don't think I really want to. That was an upsetting pack. Alright, Shelob's Ambush or Battle Scarred Goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4. We already have 2 goblins. I think we could probably afford another combat trick in Shelob's Ambush. We don't really care about the food, though, which is why this card is weird. I don't know how much I'm going to care about a third goblin. I mean, I would probably play it, but I'll take the first Shelob's Ambush here. That's not worth a card. Rising of the Day, no thank you. Rush the Room number 2, Morgul Knife Wound number 2. I don't think I'm playing either of these cards. Gosh, Legolas as well. Elven Farsight. Yeah, so today was the day to go blue-green Scry, but I liked our start in red-black enough to want to hold on to it. So that's why I'm where I'm at. I would even play Watcher in the Water that deck. This might be the card that I was the most wrong on in my set review, which you can see if you have access in the $5 Patreon tier to my tier list. I originally had this quite high, and I think it's quite not high. So, as far as rating goes. Quarrel's End number 2, Troll number 2. I guess I'll take Troll. Worst case, you can just cycle these away for lands. Another 4-mana 4/4. I think in our deck, we're fine with that. Rush the Room number 3. No thanks, but I'm not playing anything else here. Okay, Orcish Medicine and Lash of the Balrog came back. I think I'll take another removal spell, because with all the amass we're doing, we wouldn't mind being able to sacrifice it every now and then to kill something. Lots of red cards. I don't think I'm playing any of them. Don't need a 4th Gimli's Fury, or 3rd, I guess. Okay, the Goblin Wield, maybe we play it. I'm excited to see how good or bad March from the Blackgate is. Morgul Knife Wound number 2. Probably not, and Rising of the Day is rightfully last picked. Alright, nice little synergistic red-black amass deck here. I think I should go 16 lands with this deck and like cut the Ungol Patrol. Currently have 13 creatures, but a lot of amass. Let's see. Lots of non-creatures. Though I only have room for one more cut here. I guess it's like Quarrel's End, and then everything else stays? That's not great. Now that I look at it, I'm not super thrilled. I don't think I need a Knife Wound. I don't need more combat tricks. Don't need a Quarrel's End. I don't need Ungol Patrol or Black Breath, so I guess that's the deck. We have 5 4-drops, but that's the highest we go until we get to 6, and we could just cycle this away if we start missing lands here. And then we've got a pretty aggressive curve with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-ish 2-drops. Yeah, and then a bunch of amass. So I think this is how I will run it today. I don't think this is the best red-black deck, but again, as I say, I'm burning my gems, so you don't have to. See you in game 1. All right, we go first with Mordor Muster drawing us a card and hopefully letting us cast some of these things here. There we go. Alright. Guess that means I'll play Battle-Scarred Goblin now. They could have removal. Let's see if they use it. Nope. Alright. Guess we'll just play the Mordor Muster. Next turn we'll play the Crusher. Still have Ambush up. Alright. I mean, they decide to use it now. Deals 3 damage. I guess I'll just trade 1 for 1 and save it here. Go ahead and play my 4/4. And hope it's good enough. I suppose it was good enough. I suspect most games will be like that, either in victory or in quick defeat. Okay, going second against not that one, but the other one. And easy keep, I think. Goblins or orcs. Okay, that's going to be pretty good with Battle-Scarred Goblin on 2 into Mordor Trebuchet on 3. But we're playing against Blue-Green Scry. Alright, and they've got Meriadoc here. Double Troll, okay. I don't think I want to trade if they attack. Because I've got Foray of Orcs to kill it. And I've also got Mordor Trebuchet. But if they play an X3, I'm in trouble here. Gonna no blocks. Hope they don't play an X3. They didn't. They played an X2. So I'll go here. And then attack. See if they trade. They didn't. Alright, we'll start throwing rocks at their face, I suppose. Here comes Blue-Green Scry. You ready? Down goes Trebuchet. So we're going to miss a land drop next turn, which is going to be really awkward. I guess we can cycle away a Troll and play Trebuchet. So let's do this. And I think we have to kill this, because if they can scry, we're in a world of hurt here. So I think we need to kill that. Then we can trade with Meriadoc here. Alright, no plays. Probably need to play the Trebuchet. I don't know what they have here, but I can't not attack, right? See if they get rid of it before combat. Another isolation, maybe? Yep. That makes my life more difficult. I think I still want to draw it, though. So, let's Swamp Cycle first. Now it gets put second from the top. We can still attack. They don't block. Play our land, and then pass. Whatever's on... If a land is on top, we can just slam the Troll here. Yikes. That makes life a whole lot more difficult. Like I mentioned in the draft, this card is a beating. Please, now we need a land. Now we're not drawing one even next turn. So... this is trouble. Trouble is a brewing. Really gotta hope they don't have instant speed removal and combat tricks, because I kind of have to triple block this thing. Or maybe even quad block. But if I quad block, they could kill all 3 of these. Oh my god. That's an issue. Oh, it's legendary. Okay, so they just used it for a 6 mana +2/+2 and trample to both things? I mean, oh my god, they got double triggered. So they have 17 points of trample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that means they win. Block, 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 block. Take 8. Well, that was an issue. Forgot that thing was legendary, thank God. They got double trigger off of it, though. Go to 1. Can't play the troll, so next turn we have to play Trebuchet and Vanguard. And that's it. I think I attack here because they're dead next turn, kind of. Because I can... They can't really attack me. Oh, they've got a bunch of food here. Yeah, I forgot about all that crap. So I can deal 6 to them, which is not near enough. Got a bunch of food. If I don't top deck a land, we're in trouble. Well... Maybe in response to food eating, I can club them down here. Let's see if they do this in the correct turn here, turn order. If they take the damage first, goes any target. Let's see what they do. Oh, that's an issue. Yeah, that's an issue. They can still gain 6 life now. And now we're dead on board? Oh, that feels so bad. No! Well, we have to block, sack, kill the token, and they go up to 11. That's our only out here, I think. To survive one more turn. Yep, the Mariodoc did work. Gained him about 12 life this game. Need to fade a draw step, and I need to draw a land to deal with this. Alright, what do you got? Nothing. Oh, that kind of does it. Like, in the worst way. Okay, we killed it. Land? No, but, I mean, we're drawing action. Counterspell? Yeah. Jeez. we're just in a top deck war, but we're at 1, so they... we're at 1 and they're at 14. So it doesn't take much from them. That's so bad. It's about the worst draw in our entire deck. Ah, jeez. Deck is not cooperating. That'll kill us, no, even if we have draw land for the troll now. Let's see if they play a creature pre-combat here. Oh, it's a sorcery, it doesn't even matter. Man, we had the troll the whole game. We even cycled the other troll. We never managed to find that land. That was just some brutal top decking there. Alright, we go first, and boy do we need a red. We do have a 2-drop. We'll find it, right? We have 8 sources. That's enough, I think. Maybe. Swamp Cycler is not exactly what I was hoping for. Playing against Nicol Bolas himself. Looks like they have a Cycler as well. Okay, let's get rid of this. Gonna need some help, but probably wasn't a keep. I mean, if I was on the draw, I probably should have kept it. On the play, that's a really close one. I think it's probably not a keep. But here we are, so we'll deal with it. Ball of Gil-galad. Scry 2. Next one, put 2 counters on a creature you control. Well, that's going to be an issue. We're going to have a 4-3. Yeah, not at all what we needed, unfortunately. And might just lose a game to Mana Screw. Again, probably should have mulliganed looking back, obviously. Hindsight's 20/20. I mean, if we found a red within the first 2 turns, this hand would be great. But that is not something we did. Okay, sure. Okay, interesting. Let's start by attacking. Okay, so I think I can play Swarming of Moria here, and then hold up Improvised Club. And then if they choose something with this last ability... Like, if they choose the Vanguard, I can kill it. Okay, so they're going to try to gain... They're just going to try to cash this in for 2 cards right now. And kill this. So... I would like to sacrifice the treasure instead, but I think we should do this now. And we should sacrifice... If we sacrifice this, we amass to make this a 3/3. Next turn it becomes a 5/5, and it kills the Vanguard. So let's sacrifice this. They get a 1/1 counter on something. See if they have protection here. If they do, not great. Like if they have the hexproof, I think it's Bombadil's Song, I think is what it's called. But they didn't, okay. So no value off of that. Hopefully they just dump some stupid 4-drop that I can kill with Foray of Orcs and get in there. Really need this thing to survive though. He says as it just straight dies. Okay. Yep. So I can technically double block here. Never mind. They go... I don't think this is a race we win right now. That certainly doesn't help. Alright, gonna try to risk it for a turn here. Because we're not dead. Okay. Go to 2. And then they're just gonna play like a 6/6 and then we'll be dead. Sure. Oh, that's so close. I could hold priority, I think. No, I don't think so. I think this all resolves at one time. Foray of Orcs, such a good card, and unless it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can put them to 2, but 2 is not 0. Yeah. I have to trade both of these for that and hope it works. I think that's the only thing I can do. I could attack here and chump, but then they're at 5 and that doesn't seem very good. I think I have to do this. They have 3 cards in hand, so this very well may not go well, but I think it's our only chance at this point. See if they have the instant speed removal to blow us out and effectively end this game. Keep it on top. That's never great news for us. Okay. Oh, I forgot they get one too. Sure. Worse cards have been drawn. Remember, they topped a card, though, so this... I'm still not liking our chances here. I think it's a removal spell. It's a 4/4. Makes life difficult. Do they have another Lash of the Balrog? They already have 2. They kept discarding removal spells, which tells me they probably have more. Getting rid of the Troll when they're 1 mana away. Oh, I see. Okay. Yikes. Alright, so I have to trade this for that. And then die to the Rangers next turn. So I still have to sacrifice it, I know, but this is the only way I can kill that thing, so I did what I had to do, I guess. I get another counter. Both are lethal threats. We have to chump. Or double block if they only attack with the Rangers here. Return the Troll to the hand. Ring tempts you. This can't be blocked here. So now this dies and I have to chump, and then they're at 7, so I think we just lose now. Alright, well, GG. Couldn't really do anything there. Oh, and they have the Troll, so yeah, I'm done here. We got close there, that they just got a 5/4 just 1 turn earlier than we were able to deal with it. Alright, let's go second here with a hand that is not great, but it has all of our colors of mana. Foray of Orcs deals 4 damage to something. On turn 4, now it deals 5 damage, so this is okay. I think I'll lead on Vanguard, though. This thing has Menace, right? Yeah. Red-black versus red-black. Let's see whose deck is better. That is an issue. That's going to lead to issues very quickly. Nothing else to do here but to play that. They're red-black aggro on the draw, or on the play, and they got Trebuchet down on the play. I mean, this is a lot worse if they were on the draw. Like us. I mean, I guess we have to try to block. Never mind. I guess they're just going to kill it. Sure. Can't do anything about that. At least Foray of Orcs can kill their only other Orc or Goblin next turn. Can't attack still. They're missing land drops. You love to see it. We instead are just dropping trolls. Alright, I got 2 points of free damage in there. Here comes the troll in the dungeon. Can it survive, or do they have Claim the Precious here? Or many removal spells that could kill it. Foray of Orcs. Yep. Okay. Let's start here. That's not an orc or a goblin. This is. So I think I have to smite the Deathless on their 2/2, as bad as that feels. And I probably need to do it now, so they can't like protect it with all the combat tricks that exist in these colors. Because as long as they can't deal with this troll, they've got an issue. Oh, blue. Okay. Now they're going to be able to deal with the troll, I'm sure. There it goes. Yep. Okay. That's alright, here it comes. Let's see how good it is. This is what Black-Red's supposed to be doing in the format. This right here. March from the Black Gate, Mordor, Trebuchet. Yeah. They were able to deal with the troll with Bewitching Leechcraft on the splash. A second Leechcraft. Okay. Are they like blue-black splashing red or something? It's not exactly how you wanted to do this with the Leechcraft. It's worded specifically that way to deal with armies, but now it still just continually stays the same size. Cycling away their troll. To play their own? Oh my god, I don't know what you do, but you gotta be good. Whenever I cast a spell, amass Orcs 1. Whenever an army you control deals... Okay, none of that matters. Right? Because they're just dead? So I attack with everything. They block, they take 2, they take 4. I guess that's what they're splashing here. Thank God we won when we did, because that would have been quite the tilt to lose to that card. But we got the win. March from the Black Gate. Pretty good that game when you're on the aggressive side of things. All right, we are first with Goblin into Swarming of Moria, which I think is fine, because this gives us a treasure to cast at least one of these things. So even if we miss black for a few turns here, we have one source of black. Alright. Do I play Trebuchet now? I think I do. We could play Grand next turn? And then it's just a 5/5 trample? Is that an orc or a goblin? No, it's just a vehicle. Okay. Do they have a way to deal with the Trebuchet? This Trebuchet has been impressive. If you're a red-black aggro deck, Trebuchet has been doing the work. Okay, they did have Claim the Precious. That's okay. We can just Grand, and the next turn it's going to become a creature with either of these. Alright, they found their green. I would be so mad if they had main deck artifact removal. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Not quite good enough. No, not what I want to do. Go to combat. Go to attackers. Attack here. do have a 3/3. If this goes away, this can no longer be a free creature on our turn, temporarily. I mean, we do have to start drawing some action here. The deck so far has seemed... That's annoying. Fine. Not great, because as soon as they stabilize, I feel like we just completely run out of gas. Yeah, that's gonna run away quickly here. Of course, we draw a land. Do I want to trade this for Nazgul? Or do I just hold this back up on blocks? I probably don't do that. I have to trade, right? If I attack here and if I attack with everything, they eat these two. They take 2. If I attack with everything, they'll trade here. They'll eat this one. They'll take the 1. They'll take an additional 2 in the air. They'll take 5, but that's not really good enough because we're just going to be left with a 2/2 and a 1/4 defender against their 4/4. Maybe that's good enough. Yeah, so that's what I thought they would do. So we've got our 2/2. And kind of throw another rock at them next turn. Never mind. That's an issue. Should probably be attacking, yeah. And now we're stuck. So this is the point of the game where these aggro decks, when you have cards like this in your deck, these 2 cards here, when you get to this point of the game, things become difficult, to say the least. They just have too many good cards on the top, and we don't. And that's a food, so they're at 8. Presence of food in this format also makes aggro decks like this pretty difficult here. Take 10? Sure, I guess. I don't know, man. Now we're dead to Fellbeast. Sure. And they have another creature. Alright, so 2 and 3 with a deck that I don't think was like super great like I mentioned. It has a lot of holes in it. I mean, as soon as they play a creature that's too big for us, we can't attack and then we die on the backswing. So, as is the problem with most aggro decks, I think when building this deck, you have to build it even more aggressive than you might think. Cards like Gothmog, not really good enough. Cards like Troll, still not good enough. I mean, everything else over here seems like it would be good enough. I don't like breaking. I would cut that card if I could. All of these are like fine. So if I could build it again, I'd probably cut all of this and then ideally get a few more 2 and 3 drops in here. But that's where we ended up. So 2 and 3. Red black seems fun, but I don't know how powerful until you can get a good version of it. So maybe we should have played blue-green elves today. Who knows? Either way, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.